Fishers, we've got a bit of a reasonable fishing report for you this week. Going to have to travel a little bit if you want to catch a few trout though. Getting some really good reports from Eucambine. And any of those people who like fishing with bait, which is pretty good this time of year because you can get a bit of a fire going on the bank. Make sure you take your own wood because there's nothing up there to burn. And sit on the bank with a bit of warm clothing on and catch all the trout you want if you're using power bait or scrub worms. Power bait seems to be dominating at the moment. They're getting quite a few good fish, browns and rainbows. Seems to be a fair few more rainbows getting caught than there is browns. They're starting to troll a few fish at Eucambine as well. Jindabyne's pretty much the same. Didn't get a report from Tantanga this week, but I'm pretty sure it'll be fishing really well. If you're going to sneak in there, go in just for a day trip. I wouldn't camp in there overnight, just in case you get a situation where you get heavy snowfalls or something like that, and because it can get a little bit dramatic in there at times. Getting closer to us, Talbingo is not too bad. The same story there. I'm still getting good reports of Talbingo bait fishing. Power bait is the dominant bait there as well, but I'd be very tempted to use some worms up there, although the last two reports that got worms weren't doing any good, but still, you never know with Talbingo, but power bait seems to be the go. Trolling with forward fenders and worms is reasonably productive there as well, but you're going to have to work pretty hard compared to Eucambine. Blowering off the bank with bait's the only reports I'm getting of any consequence, but trolling is not producing much at all, which is disappointing. So, go up there, nice big fire, get a few yabbies, a few grubs, and you'll get a good haul of cod. Keeping in mind that, it is pretty restrictive. You can only keep 2 cod per person per day, and I expect that one big cod, which they're catching, would be more than enough, so just keep that one in mind. Murrumbidgee River down here, very pleased with it. A lot of fish getting caught on spinnerbaits and hard bodies. The water's very clean at the moment. Flicking lures around is absolutely the way to go. It's a hell of a lot better than what bait fishing is at the moment, so it looks really good. And I'm absolutely amazed the amount of crays that are getting caught. This is a big surprise. Didn't think we'd see too many this year, but there's plenty of them, and there's quite a few legal ones amongst them, so keep that one in mind as well. Getting further down around Hume Weir, had a good report of a few redfin, but only one report that was any good. 27 good reddies, up to about 2.5 pounds. There's five of those fish were over 2 pounds, so that's not too bad. Flicking baits around, little yabbies and that is okay, but trolling is pretty productive. But the best method has been using jackals and the mast vibes. So a little bit of technique involved there, but they're catching some good fish. My whale has been a little bit quiet, plenty of crays down in that area, and Dartmouth isn't too bad. It picked up a little bit this week. As for the south coast, a little bit of action down there, but the weather conditions aren't crash hot. Beaches are fishing fantastic, but that's about all you're going to get out of the south coast at the moment until we get better weather conditions. So good luck and good fishing. Catch you next week.